Slow progress is better than no progress. Yes, slow progress is better than no progress. Great evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again on another exciting Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. I am Mr. Upgrade, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. Yes! You have no idea how excited I am that we are doing this today. I am truly excited that we are doing this today. And this is the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. Yes, this is the Upgrade Live, Mr. Upgrade. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I can't wait for us to get into the conversation. You know, on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, we basically get to do four things. Yes, we got to do four things here. Number one, we get to take your questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send in your questions and we will gladly take them, right? We'll gladly take your questions because we want to be able to help you gain clarity through the questions that you ask. Number two, we get to share with you the upgrade mastery tip for the week. And for this week, the upgrade mastery tip for this week is progress. Yes, progress. Yes, the upgrade mastery tip for this week is progress. And we're going to be talking about progress and how you can make progress in your life, how you can change things for yourself while you're making progress, right? And then the third thing we get to do on the show is that we get to connect, network, and bond. Because we live in a world where connecting, networking, and bonding is very critical. So we get to connect, network, and bond so that you can make the most of the opportunity of the people who come around on this conversation. And then the fourth thing we get to do here is that we get to have fun. We get to have fun. Yay! Yes, we get to have fun because we strongly believe that if learning is not fun, there is no learning at all. Yes, so we get to have fun while we do whatever it is that we do here on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. So, guys, I'm super excited to be here. I don't know about you. I'm super pumped. I'm super ready. Are you ready to go? Are you ready for progress? Because trust me, you need to understand this conversation as regarding progress. There's so much more for you to understand when it comes to progress, and I can't wait to unveil it to you on this conversation. So, on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, you know how we do it. We always start off with basic 5 questions. Now, these 5 questions are here to help us lay the foundation so that we can truly understand what it is that we are about, what we do, what we hope to achieve through the 5 questions that we ask, right? And today, as always, we're going to begin with our basic 5 questions. And these questions will help you to lay the foundation so you can understand what we're about and what it is we do here and the direction we're going to go with this conversation. Now, our basic 5 questions will help us to begin. Question number one: what is progress? What is progress? You know the word progress. You hear people talk about progress. Oh, are you making progress with your life? What are you doing with yourself? Are you making progress? You hear people talk about progress. What is progress? What is progress? What comes to your mind when you hear the word progress? What is it that comes to your mind? Right? When you hear the word progress, what comes to mind? I'll tell you what it is. Right? I'll tell you what progress is. You know, progress, it is the step by step advancement. The step by step advancement towards your goal and destination. That is progress. Your step by step advancement towards your goal and destination. That is progress. So it means as you are going towards your goal, towards your destination, step by step advancement, that is progress. Which means if I'm taking a walk, that's not progress. If I'm running, that's not progress. But if I'm taking step by step advancement towards my goal and towards my destination, that is progress. Which means, let's say, going to the United States, and then I get on a plane that's going to Qatar. I would arrive Qatar safely. I would enjoy the scenery of Qatar. But is Qatar my goal? No. And because Qatar is not my goal, I have not made progress, even if I have moved from one place to another. So when it comes to progress, the idea is you are taking step by step advancement towards your goal. Towards your goal. That's what will be termed as progress, because it's towards your goal and your destination. And anything that doesn't move you towards your goal and your destination is a distraction. Never forget that. Anything that doesn't move you towards your goal and your destination is a distraction. I'll say that again. Anything that doesn't move you towards your goal and your destination is a distraction. Cut it off, because it's not going to help you get to your goal. And so it is not progress. It is not progress. So progress is the step by step advancement towards your goal and your destination. Now, question number two. Question number two is very simple. Why? Who's responsible for progress? Who's responsible for progress? Now, we already know what progress is. Now, the next question is, who's responsible for progress? This progress of a thing, who is responsible for it? Is it you? Is it me? Who's responsible for progress? The answer is simple. You are responsible for progress. For the progress you want to see in your life, for the progress you want to attain. Oh, nobody else is responsible for it but you. Yes, you. You're responsible for progress. You're responsible for progress, guys. You're responsible. No one is responsible for your progress but you. You are the one that's responsible for progress. So whatever you do, you hold yourself accountable for your progress. Like they say, to be or not to be is entirely up to you. So you are responsible for progress. Now, question number three. Why progress? Why do we have to talk about progress? Why is progress of any significance or importance? Why progress? Why? You know, they say when you know the why, you can withstand any how. So why progress? I'm going to tell you three reasons why progress. Three reasons why progress. Number one, growth. Number one reason why progress is growth. Yes, growth. Growth is key. Growth is important. Growth is essential. Number one reason why progress is growth. Yes, because anyone who makes progress actually grows. So number one reason for progress is growth. You're growing, you are evolving, you are becoming, right? Growth. Number two reason why progress is, guess what? Influence. Second reason why progress is influence. So anyone who makes progress has influence. Right? You're not just a nobody, you have influence. So as you make progress, your influence increases. Yes, your influence increases. So this is why progress is important, because it increases your influence. I know we live in a world where people are easily influenced. That's why they have influencers, right? They influence other people. So as you make progress with your life, your level of influence increases. So this is why you must make progress. Influence. And then the third reason why you make progress is impact. The people you are able to impact and touch, right? They are more because you make progress. Are you getting it? So, growth, influence, impact. This is why progress. Impact. Now, question number 4 is, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of progress? And I'll tell you 3 benefits, right? I love to keep it 3 so you can always remember and so that it can be very useful to you. 3 benefits of progress. Number 1, change. Yes. As you make progress, guess what? Something's changed. Yeah. Something's changed. And they don't remain the same, right? They change. So as you're making progress, there's a change that happens in you, with you, around you. There's a change because you're making progress. You're not the same. You're not where you used to be anymore. You're making progress. So there is a change that happens. Right? So why progress? Benefit. One benefit of progress is change. And this change is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf and felt by the numb. Yes, that's how much you change as you make progress. The second benefit of progress is maturity. And I love what Paul says in scripture in 1 Corinthians 13, verse 11. He said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I taught as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Right? So one of the benefits of progress is maturity. Right? The things that probably upset you, the things that really get you cranky, the things that really get you mad, the things that really make you feel like, what the? Now you're mature. Not anymore. I love that. Not anymore. You're mature now. Not anymore. Right? You know, when you were much younger, yes, you could have done those things. But now not anymore. Why? Because you've matured. You've matured. So maturity is the second benefit. Maturity is the second benefit of progress. There's maturity. You no longer behave the way you used to behave. Now you've made progress. There's maturity. There's more application of sense now. There's more application of sense because you're now mature, right? And then the third benefit of progress is no going back. When you make progress, you don't return back. You know, when you grow into being a teenager, you don't go back to being a toddler. There's no going back. When you go back into being a young adult, you don't go back into being a teenager. There's no going back. When you go into being an adult, you don't go back being a young adult. There's no going back. And when you become the aged, you don't go back being a youth. There's no turning back, right? So the same thing with progress. There is no going back. You don't go back. Why? Because a new level has been unlocked. There is no going back. Do you get that? Because a new level has been unlocked, there is no going back. There's no going back. So understand this. These are the benefits of progress. Number 1, change. Number 2, maturity. And number 3, no going back. No going back. You ain't going back. Now, question number 5 is, when is the best time for progress? When is the best time for progress? When is the best time for progress? And I'll tell you, the last best time for progress was yesterday. The last best time for progress was yesterday. The next best time for progress is now. Now is the next best time for progress. Now. Not tomorrow, not later, But now is the next best time for progress. Now, let's get into progress itself. Right? Let's get into progress itself. PROGRESS, progress. Right? Let's break it down so that you can get more clarity that would help your journey. Right? Now, the P in progress is purpose. Purpose. As simple as that, purpose. Now, remember when we started the conversation, we said progress is the step by step advancement towards your goal and destination, which means there is a purpose, right? It means there is a purpose. So, that is the very first thing about progress. What is the purpose? Dr. Miles Moreau will say, where the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Right? Abuse is inevitable where the purpose of a thing is not known. So, if you want to make progress, it starts out by having a purpose. What's the purpose for your life? What's the purpose of what you're doing? What's the purpose? It's that purpose that guides you in your step by step. It's that purpose that lets you know what are distractions, because there is a purpose. Anyone who wants to make progress must start off with having the purpose. Otherwise, you can kiss your progress goodbye. Because what's the goal for the purpose? What's the goal for the progress? What's the goal if it has no purpose? So the P in progress is purpose. Now the R in progress is reality. The interesting part about life is that everybody have their reality. Your reality is your reality. You are not you're not making it up. It's your reality. One of the things about reality is that reality is something that is staring you in the face. It's either asking you to change it, or it's something that you choose to now accept. But if you choose to make a change and a difference about your reality, then guess what? You have to face the truth of your reality. Because your reality is your reality. You're not imagining your reality. You're not imagining that you're broke. You're not imagining it. It is what it is. It's your reality. But the only way you start to make progress out of that reality of you being broke, to make progress out of that reality of you being broke, is to first accept the reality that you are broke. Yes. A lot of people lie to themselves. They don't tell themselves the truth. Accepting your reality is you telling yourself the truth. Yes, this is where I am now, but I'm going to make progress from here. The prodigal son in Luke 15, his reality after he had squandered his inheritance was that he was feeding with swine. And even that, in the Hebrew Jewish culture, it's even an abomination. But he was feeding with swine. That was his reality. But for him to change this reality and make progress, he said, I will go back to my father's house. That even the servant in my father's house have enough to eat and to spare. So why do I wallow here in hunger? Now that is him facing his reality so he can make progress. Now the reason why some of you are not making progress is because you are trying to shy away from your reality. You cannot change a reality you've not yet accepted. Follow me closely. You cannot change a reality that you have not accepted. Whatever your reality is right now, first accept it and then initiate the progress that needs to be made to change it. The prodigal son accepted his reality. His reality that he was feeding with swine. It's reality that he had squandered his inheritance. It's reality that no one gave to him. That was his reality. Luke chapter 15, verse 17. You see it there. That was his reality. But then from that same reality, he plotted his graph to make progress back home. And the rest, they say, is history. The O in progress is order. There's a particular order for things to be done. You can't do things the way you like. You can't do it haphazardly. You can't just wake up and do things anyhow. No! You can't. There's a certain way things must be done. There's a certain way things must be done. And it's on you to follow the order for your progress. You know, like they say, you cannot put the cart before the horse, right? There's an order for this thing. The same thing for the progress you want to make in life. There is an order. Any progress you want to achieve in life, there's an order for it, because progress comes with order. Progress comes with order. I remember back then in secondary school, they taught us at Greek about crop rotation. They talked about deep-rooted crops will be followed by shallow-rooted crop. That's an order where it follows. That's the order. What that means is simple. If you want to make progress in life, there is the order you must follow for the progress you want. That's the order that you must follow for the progress that you want. What does that mean? If you skip the order, you can't get the progress. If you skip the order, you can't get the progress. So progress comes with order that cannot be skipped. You can't skip it. The G in progress is growth. For every progress you achieve or you attain, there's a level of growth that comes with it. Yes, there's a level of growth that comes with it. For every progress, there's growth. You don't make progress and remain the same. You grow. There's growth in progress. There's growth. You cannot remain the same. There is growth. There's growth. There's growth that happens when you make progress. You just can't remain the same. Something must give. Something must give. There's the growth that happens when you make progress, right? And then the arrow, the second arrow in progress is reassuring. Progress has a way it reassures you. You know, when David met King Saul, the progress he had made with the lion and the bear was what reassured King Saul that he could go fight Goliath. Because Saul told him that you are just a child. Goliath has been a warrior since his youth. David said, I was taking care of my father's sheep one day, and a lion came, and I smote it by the beard. I caught it by the beard, and I smote it. And then, I was taking care of my father's sheep another day, a bear came, and the same thing. I said, O king, I will take the head of these Philistines off his shoulder. Progress is reassuring. Because he had dealt with the lion, he had dealt with the bear, it was reassuring that he could deal with Goliath. Progress is reassuring. Progress has a way, it reassures you that you can do this. You've done it before, you can do this again. Progress reassures you. It's reassuring. It's reassuring, guys. It's reassuring. And then the E in progress is expectation. There's a certain expectation you have when you make progress. There's a certain expectation you have when you make progress, guys. There's a certain expectation you have when you make progress. Why? Because that's what you measure the progress you're making with. The expectation. The expectation. So progress comes with expectation. When you say you want to have a summer body, that's the expectation. When you say you want to buy a new car, that's the expectation for the progress. There is the expectation. That's how you measure the progress. It's based on the expectation you have and you use to measure the progress. It's expectation. And then the first S in progress is sacrifice. There is no progress that doesn't demand sacrifice. No progress. There's no progress that would not require you to make sacrifice. No progress. Literally, there's no progress on God's green earth that would not require you to make sacrifice. There's no progress. There's no progress at all that would not require you to make sacrifice. No progress. So you must understand this. The progress would come with its own sacrifice. You want to make progress? Get ready to make sacrifice. Otherwise, you can kiss your progress goodbye. You kiss it goodbye. But if you truly want to make progress, get ready. Get ready to make sacrifice. That's how you make progress. Get ready to make sacrifice. And you see, the other S in progress is service. Service, which means you must serve. You must serve. And like I always tell people, you will find yourself when you lose yourself in the service of others. You don't lose when you serve. And if you're making progress, get ready to serve. That's how you make progress. That's how you climb the ladder of progress quickly. Through service. Through service. Right? Through service. That's how you climb that ladder quickly. Through your service. So it's important that you know this. And this is what progress is about. Remember, service is giving up of yourself faithfully towards the attainment of a goal without the expectation of reward. Did you get that? Service is giving off of yourself faithfully towards the attainment of a goal without the expectation of reward. That's service. And if you must make progress in this year and the years to come, you must get ready for what I have talked about to you. You must get ready to know your purpose. You must get ready to face your reality. You must get ready to get things back in order. You must get ready for growth. You must get ready to be reassured. You must get ready for expectation. You must get ready for sacrifice. And you must get ready for service. This is how you make progress. Anything outside of this, I don't know what it is. But this, I can assure you, is a clear pathway for progress. Clear pathway. Clear pathway for progress. Anyone who follows this always will make progress. Always. Purpose, reality, order, growth, reassuring, expectation, sacrifice, and service. You definitely will make progress, guys. You definitely will make progress. Beyond any shadow of the doubt, you will make progress. If you follow this, you'll make progress. You see, I tell people this, and I'll also tell you, progress now, perfection later. You know, a lot of people are all up in their head. They want to be perfect. You want to get all of this right. It's beautiful. It's good. But you see, progress now, perfection later. Progress now, perfection later. The goal is to make progress right now. The perfection will come later. It'll come later. But now, the goal is progress. The goal is progress. That must be your goal. Make progress. Because perfection will come. Perfection is later, but progress is now. You see, there are three simple things about progress. Three simple things about progress. Number one, it gives every progress, there's a new perspective. There's a new perspective, right? Every progress, there's a paradigm shift. There's a paradigm shift. Something just shifts. The paradigm change. So for every progress, there's a paradigm shift. And then for every progress, there's the growth mindset. You know, earlier we talked about mindset, right? We've talked about mindset on this conversation, right? For every progress, there is the growth mindset, the mindset that sees possibilities and opportunities. There's the growth mindset for every progress. You know that this is now possible for me. This is not possible for me. So you must understand these three simple things about progress. Number one, a new perspective. Your eyes are open to see differently. Number two, a paradigm shift. You no longer think the way you used to think anymore. There is this change in your thinking faculty. It's a paradigm shift, right? And then the third thing is you have a growth mindset. So you don't remain stuck. You're growing, right? You're making progress. There's the growth mindset that you have. Now, there are two traits you look out for anyone who's making progress, right? You know, like they say, by their fruits you should know them, right? These are two traits of progress. Two traits of progress. Number one, evolve. And number two, mature. You know, these two traits shows you that anybody who has them is making progress because the person evolved, person mature. You know, when you evolve, you literally transform because you can't go back to the state you were before you evolve. You know, when the caterpillar evolve into the butterfly, it can go back to being a caterpillar, right? It's now a butterfly. It has evolved, right? So, two traits about progress is one, evolve, and two, mature. I love the way Paul puts it in 1 Corinthians 13:11, where he says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I taught as a child, right? Speak, understand, think. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I taught as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, which means when I mature, when I make progress, I put away childish things. You know, scripture says strong meats are meant for those who have come of age, who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern between good and evil. You see that in the book of Hebrews, right? Now, what that is telling you is that strong meat happens to you as you make progress. You know, scripture also says that as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word that you would grow thereby. That you will grow thereby. So, two traits about progress. One, evolve. to mature. Now, there's one goal, one simple goal about progress. One goal about progress, and that goal is simple: to unlock new level. That's the goal. That's the goal, to unlock new level. That is the goal, to unlock new level. That's the goal. Nothing more, nothing less. Just to unlock new level. That's the goal. That's the goal, to unlock new level. Now, I've come to discover that progress has demands. Yes. Progress has demands. And I'll tell you three of the demands of progress. Number one, discipline. Yes. Number one demand of progress. Anyone who wants to make progress must get ready for discipline. That's the number one demand of progress: discipline. You cannot have progress without discipline. It's not possible. It is not possible for you to have progress without discipline. It's not possible. Discipline. Number two demand of progress is diligence. So it's one thing to be disciplined, it's another thing entirely to be diligent. To be diligent, right? So that tells you that progress is not easy. But not everybody has discipline, and not everybody gives what they do the diligence. Progress has demands. Number one, discipline. Number two, diligence. While everyone was running away from Gerar, while there was famine in Gerar in Genesis 26, God told Isaac to stay there and sow in that same land. You see, the progress that Isaac had was because he was diligent to sow while others was running. While others was leaving, he stayed back to sow, and he went nowhere. Diligence. And then the third thing about progress in its demands is death. Yes, progress demands death. And I'm not saying a physical death where you die. No. Death to some things. Death to some things. If you want to make progress, you must be dead to some certain things. You must be dead. Like you must be dead to some certain things. Very important. Very important. You must be dead to some certain things. And you see, these are the three demands of progress: discipline, diligence, and death. But see, you must understand that nobody, right? Nobody at all, nobody is ever stagnant. Yeah, people say, oh, that boy is stagnant, that girl, she's stagnant. No. Nobody is ever stagnant. Nobody's ever stagnant. You're either making progress or retrogress. Are you getting it? Nobody's ever stagnant. You are either making progress or retrogress. You are never stagnant. Never stagnant. And then understand that not all progress leads to success. Not all progress leads to success, but every progress brings result. Yes. Every progress brings result. It brings result. It may not lead to success, but it brings result. That one is a sure banker. And let me tell you this, guys, and I'll be very real with you. The proof of process is progress. Did you get that? The proof of process is progress. The proof of process is progress. So, what shows that you are in the process is the progress that you are making. That's what shows. I've told us before that the proof of learning is practice, and the proof of practice is result, right? Here, the proof of process is progress. What shows that you're in any form of process is the progress that you have, is the progress that your life embodies. That's what shows that you're in a process. It's the progress. And you understand this, that progress has only two directions. Two directions. Yes, just two directions that progress has: upward and forward. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. Upward and forward. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all about progress. These are the two directions of progress: upward and forward. That's it. Now, why some people are dwelling on their past mistakes? Progress is learning from your past mistake. I love this. You see, when people make some mistakes, they keep saying, "Oh my God, oh I should not have done that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my." Yeah, but understand this. Why some are dwelling on their past mistake? Progress is learning from your past mistake. So it's not to dwell on the past mistake, but it's to learn from the past mistake. And this progress is learning from past mistakes. Learning. You must learn from past mistakes. I tell people that once is the pattern. So you don't repeat it. You don't. It's your mistake. Yes. Don't dwell on it. Learn. Learn. Don't dwell on it. Learn from it. Learn from your past mistake. That's what progress is about. Progress is about you learning from your past mistake, not dwelling on the past mistake. Are you getting this? Progress is that you are learning from the past mistake, not you dwelling on it. No, no, no. Don't dwell on it. Learn from it. Don't dwell on it. Learn from it. That's how you make progress. The prodigal son was not dwelling on his mistake. He was learning from it. How can my father's servant back home have enough to eat and to spare, yet I wallow here in hunger? He was learning from it. He was learning from his mistake. Say, I would arise and go back to my father. You find that story in the book of Luke chapter 15. Right? That story starts out with the lost sheep, the lost coin, the lost sons. right? Why? Why some are dwelling on the mistake? Someone says, follow me closely. When someone says to you, I'm a work in progress. Hey, when someone says I'm a work in progress, now let me tell you what that means. The person is simply saying, I am learning from my mistake. That's what it means. When you ever hear someone says, I am a work in progress, what it means is I am learning from my mistakes. I'm learning from my mistake. You must, you must be learning from your mistake. I jokingly tell people that everyday life is teaching, and I guess that's why there is life lessons. You must be learning from your mistake. Some are dwelling on the past mistake. Progress is you learning from your past mistake. You don't dwell on it, you learn from it. Right? And I love what scripture says in First Timothy chapter 4, verse 15. It says, meditate upon these things. Give yourself entirely to them, that your profiting will appear to all. Right? That literally says two things. One, you can't hide progress. You cannot hide progress. And two, progress is evident to all. These two things are very important. To all. Your progress is evident to all. That's what the scripture says. It says, meditate upon these things. Give yourself entirely to them, that your profiting. Another translation says, your progress appears to all. So you see, there are two things that you cannot, two things you can't hide. You can't hide your progress. And then number two, progress is evident to all. But you see, progress just has a way it shows you that you are not where you used to be. You have moved. Yes. Progress has a way it reminds you that you have moved. Yes. You have moved. You're not where you used to be. You're not where you used to be. You have moved. You know, after David killed Goliath, he never returned back to taking care of the sheep. He had moved. Progress. He had moved. Now, every day you must be making progress. I like you to have that among your notes where you hang your mantras. Every day you must be making progress. Every day you must be making progress. Every day. Every day you must be making progress. Every day. Right? You must be making progress. Now, progress would help you embodying your conviction. It will help you to develop character. Character. As you make progress, it helps you to develop your character, right? And then progress would help you to face challenges. Yes, progress would help you face challenges. So it help you to embolden your conviction. It will help you to develop your character. It will help you to face challenges. Yes, that's what progress every day will do for you. It will embolden your conviction. It will develop your character. It will help you face challenges. Now, I want you to know this. You should make progress in the 5 key areas of personal development. There are 5 key areas, 5 of them. You should be making progress in all of these 5 key areas. Not just pick one. No, no, no. All 5. Because it must be holistic. All 5. And what are the 5 major areas where you must have progress? What are the 5 major areas? Number 1, spirituality. You often hear me say this, that life is spiritual. Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant, right? You must make progress in your spirituality. How do you do that? Read God's word, fellowship with the other brethren, right? Give, right? These are some of the ways that helps you spiritually, right? Another area where you need progress in your personal development is in your mentality. You cannot be in 2024 and still be thinking like 2004. You can't even do that. That should be unheard of, right? Why? Because you need to make progress with your mentality. You need to read. You need to be in the right association, right? You need to have the right people in your corner. That's how you improve your mentality. You read, ask questions, observe. That's how you improve your mentality. Because see, you need to make progress in your mentality also. You need to make progress in your mentality. How you think. You need to make progress there. Just the same way you update your apps. Perhaps, just perhaps, if the brain was an app, a lot of people would update it. Another area where you need to make progress is in the area of your finances. Yes, you need to make progress in the area of your finances. Very important, very key. Very key. You need to make progress in the area of your finances. Progress must be made. Progress must be made, guys. Progress must be made. In the area of your finances, progress must be made. Progress must be made. Area of your emotions, you must make progress. Emotionally, you must make progress. Relationally, you must make progress. And then your physicality, you must make progress. Eat right, sleep right, exercise right. You must make progress in your physicality. I always say this, that how you look at 5 is determined by you. Sorry, it's determined by nature. Nature determines how you look by 5. At 5 years old, nature still determines how you look. How you look at 10, how you look at 20, how you look at 30, how you look at 40, 50, till Jesus come. That's entirely up to you. So you see, these 5 key areas of personal development, you must make progress in these 5 key areas: spirituality, mentality, financially, emotionally / relationships, and physically. These 5 key areas. And please and please remember that progress unlocks new level. So just in case you're not ready to unlock new level in your life, progress is not for you. I'll be sincere with you. If you're not ready to unlock new level in your life, progress is not for you. Continue your normal life. Progress is not for you. When you're ready to unlock new level, you come, and I'll show you how you should be able to do that. You see, when it comes to progress, you don't tell people. When it comes to progress, you don't feel, you know. You don't feel progress. You know progress. You know. You don't feel it. Right? You don't feel it. You know. You don't feel it. You just know. You don't feel it. You know. When it comes to progress, it's not feeling, it's a knowing. You know you're making progress. You know. It's not what you, no. You know. You know, when Jesus met the blind man and then he made Speedo and put on his eyes and told him to go wash. And then the man went to wash and then he came back and he said, I see men as trees. And then Jesus placed his hands on both eyes and prayed. And then he opened his eyes and he could see men clearly. Now, that tells you again that slow progress is still better than no progress. It may be slow, but it's better than there is none. Right? So you must always remember this. Always remember this. The path of the just is as a shining light that shines brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. Unto the perfect day. Unto the perfect day. Unto the perfect day. Yes, it shines brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. Brighter and brighter. What's that all about? Simple. It's about progress. That's it. It's about progress. The path of the just is as a shining light that shines brighter and brighter. That's progress. See, guys, this conversation is a very important conversation. It's a very important conversation that we must all be having. Because in life, there's no stagnation. You're either making progress or you are making retrogress. There is no middle ground. There's really no middle ground. There's no middle ground, guys. You either make progress or retrogress. I don't want you to retrogress, and that's why we're having this conversation. Because this is the time for you to make progress. This is the time for you to make progress. Yeah, the 5 key areas: spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Those are the 5 key areas where you need to make progress. Thank you so much for sharing that. Emotional, right? Emotional. See, guys. Yeah, emotional / relationally. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You got it. Right. See, guys. This is the much that we can take on this conversation on progress. And I believe this would help you to go now and start to make progress in your life. But like we'll say, 3 things will happen for you in this new week. Number 1, increased voice of God. Number 2, open heavens over your life. And number 3, more angelic activity in all that you do. More angelic activity in all that you do. Remember, guys, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. So I encourage you that you leave good behind so that you can upgrade, because there's always more. There's always more when you upgrade. And as you upgrade, making progress becomes easy for you. I believe in you and I can't wait so you share the testimonies of the progress that you have made. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.